Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast, the vlog, whatever you want to call it. I'm excited today because I had to pop on really quick. I got a beautiful message again from Mother Earth and so much. I'm kind of blown away, to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever connected up so much with her as I have this year. And she showed a couple of things to me that I think could help. We're getting ready. We are already in the midst of eclipse season again. And for some of us, depending on what's happening in your chart, where it's hitting, sometimes it doesn't feel like too much for people. And other times you're like, holy cow, what's going on? So, all in all, this message will, I think, benefit. Hold on, try to get my volume up right. I think this whole message from her will benefit anybody who really is going through a transitionary period or something just to chew on. Okay, so I'm going to get started. So, what the first thing that she has shown me this whole year was this idea that the earth is the healing agent. And I did a video on that. That's in a previous one about the divine feminine. And so, it's been in my head a lot about the idea that she is a healing planet, right? We come here to learn, and yet her frequency is that of pure divine love. And you think we all live here, we've all created everything around us from her in some aspect, and today, what she allowed me to experience was she actually opened herself up on the ground, and I went inside of a cocoon, and the earth kind of closed me in. And no, there was no icky bugs or any of that. It was just pure positive, like being tucked in, almost like probably what it felt like when we were in the womb, right? Where it was tight, but it wasn't so tight that we felt uncomfortable, but we felt safe. And I could feel like this energy just kind of slowly dripping off of me, things that I could now say thank you, I've learned, and let it go. And I allowed myself just to be in the safe comfort of her pure divine love. It was quite an exceptional experience. So and all you have to do is ask her to open up and to allow yourself to have that experience. And then when I got out of the beautiful cocoon she had allowed me into, I saw my own umbilical cord from me to her. And that was really profound because I think when I'm in my adult suit, sometimes I forget that I am connected to everything and that I have this unlimited potential of love and healing available to me whenever I'm open to receiving it, right? And I think that that's the thing I forget as a human experience sometimes, that when I'm going through something, I think sometimes I forget I get busy with social media, or I'll binge watch something or, the unhealthy things. And sometimes I forget I really could just take some time to go in and cocoon and realize that that umbilical cord is there attached to me. So I hope that helps somebody. That's just the first layer of all this. Okay, so then we moved on to when we go to bed at night. And what I saw was here's the Earth, and the Earth is a part of the universe, right? It's in the galaxy. So she's connected to everything in the galaxy. She's not separate then. She's a part of, right? She's a part of the whole mantra of the universe. And we live on her, the healing planet, the healing agent. It's a beautiful place. It's a place we get to come and experiment and try new things. And her hope obviously is that you will always come back to love. And that's really where I feel we're moving into, right? Even though there's a lot of war still going on and a lot of dirt coming up out of the earth, meaning it's not dirt coming up out of the earth. It means that things that are not of pure positive love have to be seen and dealt with. And she can no longer hold that frequency because we are on a planet that is growing with us consciously. And so now all of those deep, dark things that have been really prominent on the earth have an opportunity. This is just coming through right now, by the way. are having an opportunity to be seen so that it can be cleared out, right? She can't hold that frequency of anything that isn't of divine pure love. And it doesn't happen instantaneously. It takes us to remember that we're a part of her and she's a part of us for it to be revealed, right? Our consciousness had to get to a certain point where we could believe some of the things that have been going on, right? That we've co-created together with in some of these instances. And it may not be directly, but we're all a part of it. We're the human species, right? And all of that's coming up because in order for the earth, the new earth to appear, as in to have more stability in a more grounded, loving, no longer survival basis, we have to see these things and deal with them and hopefully deal with them in a sense of um, at some point forgiveness and love, which don't attack me on that, but that is the truth of it all, right? We still get to be angry. We still get to go through all of our emotions for anything that happens to us. I never deny emotions, right? But it's what we do at the end of the emotional once we've felt it and dealt with it. And that's why I think it's been beautiful to see over the last 30 years so many modalities coming out to help people through, trauma, shadow work, Chiron, whatever it might be. Because it gives us all an opportunity to heal, right? And she's healing also. So these type of frequencies can't be on there. Okay, so let me get back to the other part of it. So she's here, she's in the galaxy, she's in the ethers of the universe. And then when you think about her and then the orb of air, there's a word for it. I don't know what it is. But there's a certain area we can't go out without having some type of oxygen to be existing on, right? And so to me, that's kind of like another womb that we live on. The earth is the womb, and we get to live on top of her. And we've got a little sphere, like our own way of manifesting is here within this sphere of the world, right? Because you think about everything you desire and want is here on the earth somewhere, and you are trying to make a match towards it. And so what she showed me was at nighttime, when we go to bed or when we wake up in the morning, but more importantly, I think it's when you go to bed because it represents the nighttime, the darkness of the womb, right? The darkness of the earth if you go in the center of her. And we still have that opportunity living outside of the earth because we have darkness every single night. And when you go to bed and you do your meditation or your intentions or your gratitude or your prayers, you are in the womb in that moment. And when you recognize the pure positive potential that you have for healing during your sleep, because that's what the dream world does for you, it gives you an opportunity to release any of the stressors. Sometimes we travel, sometimes we have precognition, but I would say most of us are just releasing. And then once we get into a deep sleep, I think other things happen that we don't necessarily remember, but who knows? But the idea with her is that you're releasing so that in the morning, it's like you went through the 9 months in one night of sleep. And then you wake up to this grand new day where you set your intentions when you went to bed at night. And if you're not setting your intentions or your prayers or your gratitudes or your goals or whatever it is that you call it, right? If you're not doing that, we are really not utilizing or pivoting um, the true potential that we have. I have never in my life looked at it that way. That at nighttime, we're back in the womb. It's dark. Let it manifest. You get to detach from it. You set your intentions and then you get to detach from it. You get to release. You get to heal because you're living on this living earth. You're living on a planet that just will automatically take away and heal us if we allow it. And sometimes that healing will be spontaneous, and other times it will take time. It will be a little bit and a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. Maybe you're feeling a little better. Maybe that ache and pain is feeling a little better. Maybe that intention of that business growth is getting a little better every day. And so you set your intentions, you allow it to be the fruition to come, which is why I think gratitude journals are beautiful at night. But now I'm seeing how important it's going to be for intentions. And intentions can just be for more pure positive joy, for more love, for more light, for happiness, for contentment, for peace, tranquility. I mean, really, your intentions are yours to figure out and commune with her because we live on a planet where we get to create things all day long. And then you pipe in what energy type you are, if you're a generator, a manifesting generator. And then you get to respond to your world when you wake up. And if you're a projector, you get to go into the spaces that you're invited. And if you're not invited in that morsel, you just get to go play in the reality that you're creating for yourself. And manifestors, you get to just stand up and say, this is what I declare, who's coming with. And reflectors, juicy reflectors. You get to mirror back to us if we're doing it correctly. And we can tell by how you're behaving, how you're feeling, what you're expressing to the world, who you've been hanging out with, and what that group is expressing for us. It's it's pretty miraculous when we see how the Earth planet that's here to teach us. It's a school here. But the schooling is, are you understanding the potential that you live in on the daily? It's substantial what we live on. It's substantial for what I was thinking about this yesterday, how sometimes I feel mediocre. It's like a mediocre day. And it hit me yesterday. It's like, isn't that interesting? Sometimes I want mediocre. Maybe I've been really busy, right? And I'm like, oh, I just need what I would call a mediocre day, which means everything was fine. Nothing stands out, which is a lot of the times where most people live most of the time. They just want mediocrity. And that's okay. But I thought, but on the days that I really want to have something exceptional or find my magic, I have to remind myself I live on a planet that I get to create that because the whole world is here to support me in that. The earth has been created to offer us this place to learn and to grow and to understand your pure positive potential, even when other people try to dim your light, even when situations cause you to have to pause and do some inner work. It still is the creation planet. It's what makes it so unique in this universe. I hope this helps and let me know. Email me, leave comments below, share this video. Um, I think we're just sitting on top of a new belief and a new reality that is starting to let itself be known. And of course, this type of information is information that, we get to create whatever we want for free. So no matter what it is that you're trying to create for yourself, you have an opportunity and a place that loves you, and that's her. She loves you, and that's why she opened her vessel to you to live here on planet Earth, right? There was not like we can't command her. It was a universal, it was a collective that you decided to come here and live on Earth and have these all kinds of different emotional experiences, but more importantly, to know that the love that we are all sometimes feeling like we're lacking in, all we have to do is go outside. And we've heard that 1,000 times, but now I'm getting it to such a potential of like, oh, the energy that's available to us, even when I'm sitting inside, because my house is on the earth. It's like, she's never not around us. So even when you're inside, you have that available to you. Many blessings to you all.